Welcome to the Retirement Guide podcast. I'm your host, George Jameson, the owner of Capital Wealth Group, a fee-only advisory firm. Whether you're nearing retirement or already retired, join me each week as we explore the world of retirement planning and equip you with the knowledge and tools you need for a successful retirement. Welcome back to another episode of the Retirement Guide. I'm George Jameson, a certified financial planner and founder of Capital Wealth Group, located in Columbia, South Carolina. In my last episode, I covered important information on protecting your identity and finances online. We often underestimate the risks associated with our online activities. So after further research, I decided to dedicate this episode to a more specific discussion on this new scam targeting high net worth investors and nonprofit organization accounts, and then how to protect yourself from this type of scam. This new type of fraud involves criminals using stolen personal information to open new brokerage accounts in someone's name and then draining funds from the victim's legitimate accounts. Here's how it usually plays out. Scammers first steal personal information, often through either identity theft or data breaches. Then they use that information to open new accounts and make changes to existing ones, like updating the email address or adding their own bank account information. And finally, they transfer funds from your legitimate brokerage accounts into their new fraudulent bank accounts. This kind of fraud combines identity theft, account takeovers, and new account fraud, making it especially effective at targeting investors' assets. Several factors make this scheme particularly risky. Fraudsters often use automated tools to quickly open multiple fake accounts. These create synthetic identities by mixing real and fake information, which makes detecting the fraud even harder. And because digital onboarding is vulnerable, the fraud can happen before anyone notices. Plus, once they gain access, they can move funds almost immediately, making it tough to stop. This fraud can happen whether your investments are located at small boutique brokerage firms, large national firms, regional firms, banks, credit unions, and so on. So no one is immune from this type of fraud. So now let's talk about the top 10 protective measures you can take to protect yourself from this scam and others. So number one, please monitor your accounts. Whether you are a DIY investor or whether you have your own advisor. Please review your statements and account activity on a regular basis for any unauthorized transactions. And then number two, please use strong authentication. I'm sure I talked about this in my previous episode, but please enable two-factor authentication. I know it's a hassle, but it's a must on all of your financial accounts, including brokerage accounts, bank accounts, IRAs, 401ks, and credit card accounts. And then number three, guard your personal information. Do not share sensitive data online unless you know it's from a legitimate site, especially with unsolicited requests. And then number four, freeze your credit from all three agencies. A security freeze can prevent new accounts from being opened in your name. It's simple and free. I personally have all three of mine frozen. And then number five, this may be new to a lot of people, but please place a security freeze on a system called Chex Systems. That's spelled CHEX Systems. Chex Systems is a specialty consumer reporting agency that collects and reports information about your banking history and activity. This can potentially help prevent criminals from opening bank accounts and brokerage accounts in your name and then stealing your money. Of course, nothing is 100% foolproof, but it is a free service and it's definitely worth it. You're also entitled to one free report yearly, which can help you spot any fraudulent activity. You can request a freeze online just like you can do with your credit agencies. The website is www.chex chexsystems.com. And that's spelled CHEXSYSTEMS.com. They can also be reached by phone at 800-887-7652 or by mail. And then number 6, verify suspicious communications. If you receive any strange requests or alerts, contact your brokerage firm directly using trusted methods. And then number 7, use strong passwords. And what do I mean by strong? They need to be at least 14 to 16 characters long. And if you can't remember them, use a password manager. Additionally, adding a verbal password to your investment accounts is another layer of protection. This is an effective security measure to help prevent your account from being taken over. Then number 8, use biometrics where available. And then number 8, use biometrics where available. If your smartphone or PC offers biometric security options, like a fingerprint reader or voice or facial recognition, I recommend using those features. They add another unique layer of security that could stop financial criminals in their tracks. And again, I highly recommend you enroll in your broker's voice identification. Then number 9, do not click on any links and emails and texts. This goes for any type of scam, but online financial criminals try to make their emails or texts look very legit. Be skeptical of all emails, text, and any links or attachments unless you are 100% certain that the email or text is legit. And number 10, monitor your financial accounts by setting up alerts to warn you when any important changes are applied to your account. So that wraps up today's episode on this one particular scam that's catching on, and the top 10 ways to protect your identity and your hard-earned money from scammers and fraudsters. If you found this helpful, please share and rate my podcast. Hope everyone has a great day and be safe out there. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of The Retirement Guide. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and leave a 5-star review to help others discover the show. For questions, ideas, or discuss your retirement plan, reach out to me, George Jameson, at Capital Wealth Group. If you'd like a free retirement review, visit our website at capitalwealthplan.com to learn more. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned for more insightful retirement planning in future episodes. And now for the disclaimer. The information discussed in this podcast is for general explanations and education only. It is not tax, legal, or investment advice. Before considering acting on any information heard here, first consult with your tax, legal, or investment advisor. Thank you and have a great day.